Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 46. Today, we're diving deep into blockchain integration as a core architectural concern for decentralized applications. At its heart, blockchain is a distributed, append-only ledger that is maintained by a network of nodes rather than a central authority. This fundamental shift from centralized databases to decentralized ledgers has massive implications for how we design systems, handle trust, ensure data integrity, and build applications that can operate without intermediaries. In this lesson, we'll explore not just the technology, but how to thoughtfully integrate blockchain into modern software architectures, when it makes sense, when it doesn't, and the patterns that make it successful at scale. Let's understand the architectural evolution that led us here. For many years, we built systems assuming a trusted central authority. Blockchain challenges that assumption entirely. We'll examine the journey from monoliths to microservices to fully decentralized systems and how architects are now designing hybrid solutions that combine the best of both worlds. Before we go deeper, we need a solid foundation in the core concepts that affect architectural decisions. I'll explain how blocks are linked through cryptographic hashes, why consensus is the heart of decentralization, the differences between public, private, and consortium chains, and what finality really means for your system design. Consensus is where blockchain architectures get really interesting and challenging. We'll do a detailed comparison of major mechanisms, their trade-offs in terms of scalability, security, decentralization, and real-world energy consumption. This directly affects your choice of blockchain platform and overall system architecture. Smart contracts are the business logic layer in decentralized architectures. I'll walk you through how they work, the major languages used today, the critical architectural considerations around gas, determinism, and security, and modern patterns for upgradable contracts.
One of the biggest architectural challenges is connecting blockchains to the real world. We'll explore oracles in depth, why they're needed, how decentralized oracle networks solve the problem, and the patterns architects use to make them reliable and secure. Scalability is the biggest hurdle for blockchain adoption. We'll dive deep into Layer 1 and Layer 2 approaches, how rollups work, the role of zero-knowledge proofs, and how these choices dramatically affect your application architecture and user experience. Blockchains are incredible for trust and immutability, but here's the truth. They are not designed to store large files or heavy data. Trying to put images, videos, or big documents directly on-chain would make your system extremely slow and ridiculously expensive. That's why every serious blockchain architect needs to master decentralized storage solutions. In this section, we explore the leading technologies: IPFS, the Interplanetary File System; Arweave, for permanent pay-once storage; Filecoin, which turns storage into a global decentralized marketplace; and Swarm, the Ethereum native storage layer. We'll compare on-chain versus off-chain data strategies, when you should store only a small hash on the blockchain and keep the actual data off-chain, and why this hybrid approach is used in almost every real-world dApp. You'll also discover the power of content addressing. Instead of fragile URLs, we use cryptographic hashes so the data becomes location-independent, verifiable, and truly immutable. Finally, I'll show you proven architectural patterns for hybrid storage, smart combinations of decentralized networks with traditional cloud providers to achieve the perfect balance between performance, cost, security, and reliability. This is one of the most practical and frequently used parts of modern blockchain architecture. Security in blockchain systems is non-negotiable. Unlike traditional applications where you can often patch mistakes quickly, in blockchain, once something is deployed and exploited, the damage can be permanent and extremely expensive. In this critical slide, we're diving deep into the major threat models every architect must understand. We start with smart contract vulnerabilities, things like reentrancy attacks. the famous DAO hack that stole $60 million, integer overflows, access control issues, and many more. Then we cover private key management and wallet security, one of the biggest real-world attack surfaces. You'll learn best practices for secure key storage, multi-signature wallets, and hardware wallet integration. We also discuss large-scale network attacks such as 51% attacks, Sybil attacks, Eclipse attacks, and more. Most importantly, I'll teach you how professional teams protect their systems, using security auditing, formal verification tools, proper testing methodologies, and secure development patterns that are now standard in production blockchain projects. By the end of this slide, you'll have a solid mental framework for designing blockchain architectures that are not just innovative, but genuinely secure and production-ready. Moving to slide 10. Interoperability and cross-chain solutions. One of the biggest architectural challenges in blockchain today is fragmentation. We now have hundreds of different blockchains, each with its own consensus, token standards, and data formats. This creates massive friction for users and developers. In this slide, we explore how architects solve the interoperability puzzle. That's right, Anastasia. True decentralized applications rarely live on a single chain anymore. We'll dive deep into different approaches: centralized bridges, which introduce trust, atomic swaps, Cosmos IBC, inter-blockchain communication, Polkadot's XCM, and newer protocols like Layer 0. We'll discuss the security trade-offs, finality issues, and architectural patterns for building truly multi-chain applications that maintain security and user experience.
Token design is not just a financial or marketing decision. It is a core architectural decision that can make or break your entire decentralized application. On this slide, we go far beyond the basics. We explore the major token standards that every architect must know: ERC-20 for fungible tokens, ERC-721 for unique NFTs, ERC-1155 for multi-token support, and the newer standards that are emerging. We then dive into the fascinating world of tokenomics architecture, how to design sustainable token economies that actually drive long-term usage instead of short-term speculation. You'll learn the critical differences between utility tokens, governance tokens, and security tokens, and when to use each one. Most importantly, we discuss incentive alignment and mechanism design, how to create economic models where participants are naturally rewarded for behavior that benefits the whole network. We also analyze real-world failures, death spirals, hyperinflation, misaligned incentives, and how to avoid them through thoughtful architectural choices. This slide connects technology with economics, because in blockchain systems, code and incentives are two sides of the same coin. Governance is easily one of the most complex and fascinating challenges in decentralized architecture. How do you make decisions in a system where no one is truly in charge? Exactly. In this section, we compare on-chain versus off-chain governance models, and we explore advanced mechanisms like quadratic voting, conviction voting, and delegation systems that try to solve the classic problems of whale dominance and low voter participation. We also look at how DAOs manage their treasuries through smart contracts, automated proposals, and multi-signature controls. You'll learn architectural patterns that combine the transparency of on-chain voting with the flexibility of off-chain signaling and discussion. We don't shy away from the hard parts either. We discuss legal and regulatory considerations, emerging hybrid legal structures like DAO LLCs, and how to design governance systems that are resistant to bribery, collusion, and capture. This is where decentralized architecture meets real human behavior. Not every blockchain project needs to be public and permissionless. In fact, many large organizations choose permissioned networks for very good architectural reasons. Here we do a deep comparison of the leading enterprise blockchain platforms: Hyperledger Fabric, R3 Corda, Quorum, and others. We discuss exactly when you should choose a permissioned network over a public blockchain, especially in regulated industries like finance, supply chain, healthcare, and government. You'll learn powerful privacy preserving techniques such as zero knowledge proofs and confidential transactions that allow enterprises to maintain confidentiality while still benefiting from distributed ledger technology. Finally, we cover real integration patterns, how to connect these permissioned networks with existing microservices, enterprise identity systems like OAuth and Active Directory, and compliance frameworks. This slide is especially valuable for architects working in traditional enterprises who want to bring blockchain benefits without the chaos of public networks. Security in blockchain architectures requires a completely different mindset than traditional web or cloud applications. A single vulnerability can lead to millions, sometimes billions in losses, and there's often no way to simply roll back the damage. In this critical section, we go through the most common smart contract vulnerabilities with real historical examples. The infamous DAO reentrancy attack, Ronin bridge exploit, Poly network hack, and many more. We cover formal verification tools and modern automated auditing solutions like Slither, Mithril, and Certora that professional teams now use before deployment. You'll also learn about economic attacks and incentive manipulation, attacks that don't exploit code bugs, but exploit the economic model itself. Finally, we explore architectural defense patterns, multi-signature wallets, time locks, emergency pause mechanisms, upgradable contracts done right, and bug bounty programs. Security is not a feature you add at the end. It must be designed into the architecture from day one. Scalability remains the biggest architectural bottleneck for blockchain systems. This is where things get really exciting. We go deep into the two dominant layer 2 approaches, optimistic rollups and zero knowledge rollups, how they actually work under the hood, their security assumptions, finality times, and user experience trade-offs. We also explore other important scaling techniques like validiums, plasma, state channels, and the new generation of data availability layers such as Celestia and EigenDA. You'll understand the architectural impact these solutions have on how you design your dApps, from front-end interaction patterns to state management and cross-chain communication. This slide directly builds on our earlier discussion about layer 1 versus layer 2 and gives you a complete mental model for making smart scalability decisions in real projects.
Theory is fantastic, but real-world case studies are where the true learning happens. On this slide, we're going to analyze some of the most important blockchain implementations in production today. We start with decentralized finance, DeFi. We'll dissect the architecture behind Uniswap, the automated market maker model, and Aave, lending and borrowing protocols, looking at how they handle liquidity, smart contract interactions, and massive scale. Then we move to supply chain with IBM Food Trust and VeChain. See how blockchain brings transparency and traceability from farm to table. In gaming and NFTs, we examine the fascinating evolution of Axie Infinity, how they architected their system to handle millions of users, and what they learned after major outages. Finally, we look at enterprise adoption with JP Morgan's Onyx and TradeLens, real examples of how big corporations are successfully, and sometimes not so successfully, applying blockchain technology. We'll extract the key architectural decisions that made these projects successful, the painful lessons from their failures, and the reusable patterns you can directly apply to your own projects. This is where theory meets reality. As with every powerful technology, there are many ways to do blockchain wrong, sometimes catastrophically wrong. This slide is one of the most valuable in the entire day. We'll go through the most dangerous anti-patterns I've seen in real projects, putting everything on chain, including large files and frequent updates, completely ignoring gas costs and terrible user experience, centralization disguised as decentralization, projects that claim to be decentralized but have hidden single points of control, poor key management and single points of failure. We also cover blockchain for the sake of blockchain syndrome, over-engineering simple problems, and economic anti-patterns that lead to incentive misalignment. You'll leave this slide with a clear checklist of what not to do, helping you avoid expensive mistakes that have cost projects millions of dollars and damaged their reputation. The most important question any architect can ask is, should we use blockchain at all? On this slide, I present a practical blockchain decision matrix that I personally use when evaluating projects. We analyze when blockchain truly adds value, specifically around trust minimization, transparency, and removing intermediaries. We do an honest cost versus benefit analysis: technical costs, operational costs, user experience costs, and regulatory costs. We also give you a clear 30-90-day blockchain adoption roadmap, what you should do in the first month and first quarter if you decide blockchain is the right choice. This framework will save you from jumping on the hype train unnecessarily and help you make confident, justified architectural decisions.
Wow, what an incredible journey we've had today. We started with the fundamentals of blockchain as an architectural tool, explored core concepts, consensus mechanisms, smart contracts, oracles, layer 1 versus layer 2 scaling, decentralized storage, token standards and tokenomics, DAOs and governance, enterprise permission networks, security practices, and real-world case studies.
We also covered critical anti-patterns to avoid and, most importantly, a practical decision framework to help you determine when blockchain is the right architectural choice. This was a deep, comprehensive dive into blockchain architecture, not just the hype, but the real engineering behind it. Thank you for spending this time with us. You're now much better equipped to evaluate and design blockchain-powered systems.
That wraps up our deep exploration of blockchain integration in software architecture. I hope you enjoyed this dense and practical session as much as we did creating it. On day 47, we enter the fascinating and mind-bending world of quantum computing and its potential architectural shifts. You don't want to miss it.
Don't forget your homework. Take one existing or new project you're working on and run it through the blockchain decision framework we learned today. Decide whether blockchain makes real architectural sense or not. Share your thoughts in the comments. And of course, if you have any questions from today's lesson, drop them in the comments. We read and answer as many as possible.